When Cook and his crew sailed into this bay, they sailed into Dharawal history. My name is Shane Williams. I'm a member of the Guigal clan of the Dharawal Nation, and I grew up just across the bay from here at La Perouse. I'm Dharawal on both my mum and dad's side. So I'm Dharawal through my mother's grandmother and Dharawal through my father's grandmother. When they saw the Australian mainland, it was what is now called Point X, they saw columns of smoke going into the air. So it's very obvious to us that they weren't just smoke columns, but actually smoke signals that Aboriginal people along the east coast were sending to one another to let us know they was on their way. But according to my great uncle, King Burriga, his great grandfather was here at the time that Cook arrived. Aboriginal people further south of here arrived here with a message stick to let us know that the Endeavour was on its way. They just didn't want them to land. So our people threw gurrabungs at them, those stones, and then spears, and they were saying to them, "Warra warra wai." So they was gesturing with their hands for them to go away, but they were saying "Warra warra wai." Over the years, non-Aboriginal historians have interpreted that as saying, go away. But in fact, Warra warra wai means you're all dead. So our people thought they were spirits. Didn't want those spirits to step foot on this land here. I grew up in La Perouse on what was called an Aboriginal Government Controlled Reserve. From the veranda, from the house I just spoke about, you can see every single monument on this side of the bay. So we was always aware. Well, at the moment, what they're doing here on this site is they're putting in some monuments that also are representative of Aboriginal Dharawal Guigal culture here as well. So we have a big whale down here because it's a major overarching spirit ancestor for the Dharawal people. What I'd like to see, in the not too distant future, is our own cultural centre. My great-grandmother on Dad's side, her mother was a foundational woman of Botany Bay, and she's noted as the last fluent speaker of the northern dialect of the Dharawal language. We call Botany Bay Khmer in our language. The urge to get involved in the revitalisation of languages is for us spiritually motivated. We call trees gundu. We call the ocean gadu. Very fortunately for us as well, there's been a lot of language documented. We've fused the documentation with the knowledge we already know. Knowledge can only survive if it's passed on to the next generation of children. People have a right to celebrate their own history. We can't just say to non-Aboriginal people out there, don't celebrate anything. But Aboriginal people are not going to be involved in that. We're not a part of that. We can't possibly be a part of that. It's not rational for us to be involved in those sorts of celebrations. Look, I only just come off the reserve in 1967. But that history, even though it was quite a nasty encounter at the time, was a shared event at the time. So we have a shared history, we have a shared present, and therefore we have a shared future as well.